I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me. These last few days I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I'm telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved, kept on moving, proved the points that needed proving. I've lost the friends that needed losing, found others on the way. I've kissed the ladies, left them crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I have traveled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Let me tell you that I love you, think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't get any higher, they've withered now, they've gone. I'm steady thinking, my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow. When the hands are shaken and the kiss is blown, I will disappear. Let me tell you that I love you, think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Yes, Caledonia, you've been everything I've ever had. It's called Song for the Myra by Alistair McGillivray. Out on the Myra, on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoons, and if they catch nothing, they never complain, and I wish I was with them again. Boys in the boats call to girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they truly adore, and into the evening the courting begins, and I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, on soft summer nights, campfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends, and I wish I was with them again. And over the ashes, the stories are told of witches and werewolves and Oak Island gold. The stars on the river face sparkle and spin, and I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, the people are kind. They'll treat you to homebrew and help you unwind. And if you come broken, they'll see that you mend. And I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Now I'll conclude with a wish you go well. Sweet be your dreams and your happiness swell. I must leave you now as my journey begins, when I'm going to be with them again. I'm going to be with them again. Thank you. Love, won't you marry me, marry me, marry me? Love, won't you marry me and keep me out of danger? No, I won't marry you, no, I won't marry you, no, I won't marry you, you dirty, ugly stranger. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead, buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army. Oh, feed the pigs and milk the cow, milk the cow and milk the cow. Feed the pigs and milk the cow, and early in the morning, cock your leg up, Paddy dear, I'm over here. Cock your leg up, Paddy dear, it's time to stop your yawning. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army. My wife, she has a hairy thing, a hairy thing, a hairy thing. My wife, she has a hairy thing. She showed it to me on Sunday. Bought it in a furrier shop, bought it in a furrier shop, bought it in a furrier shop. It's going back on Monday. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army. Oh, Katie, she is tall and thin, she's tall and thin, she's tall and thin. Katie, she is tall and thin, she likes her drops of brandy. Drinks it in the bed each night, drinks it in the bed each night, drinks it in the bed each night. It makes her nice and randy. Oh, some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army. Oh, my old man is 6 feet tall, he's 6 feet tall, he's 6 feet tall. My old man is 6 feet tall, he likes a sugar candy. Drink down. Oh, what does he like? He goes to bed at 6 o'clock, goes to bed at 6 o'clock, goes to bed at 6 o'clock. He's lazy, fat and dandy. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say he rose again, more say he rose again, more say he rose again and joined the British Army. So there was a uprising which failed on Easter of 1916. This is a memorial song related to it. 'Twas down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I, while Ireland's lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, while the Angelus bells o'er the Liffey's wells rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high in Dublin town hung they out a flag of war, for 'twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Sudalbar. And through the plains of Royal Meath strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. 'Twas England bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free, but their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the fringe of the great North Sea. But had they died at Pierce's side, or fought with Callum-Rua, their graves we would keep where the Fenians sleep, when shrouded in the foggy dew. The bravest fell, and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for the men who died at Eastertide in the springing of the year, while the world did gaze with deep amaze at those fearless men, but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine in the foggy dew. One back through the glen one Easter morn, my heart with grief was torn, for I parted them with valiant men I ne'er shall see a more. But to and fro in my dreams I'll go, and I'll kneel and pray for you, for brave slavery fled from our glorious dead when you fell 'neath the foggy dew. Word is to the kitchen gone, and word is to the hall, and word is up to Madam the Queen, and that's the worst of all, that Mary Hamilton's born a babe to the highest steward of all. Arise, arise, Mary Hamilton, arise and tell to me what thou hast done with the wee babe I saw and heard weep by thee. I put him in a tiny boat and cast him out to sea, that he should sink or he should swim, but he'd never come back to me. Ye need not weep for me, she cried, ye need not weep for me, for had I not slain my own wee babe, this death I would not deed. Cast off my gown, she cried, but let my petticoat be, and tie a ribbon around my eyes, the gallows I would not see. Then by and come the king himself, and looked up with pitifully. Come down, Mary Hamilton, tonight you'll dine with me. Hold your tongue, my sovereign liege, and let your folly be. For if you'd a mind to save my life, you'd never have shamed me here. How little did my mother know, when first she cradled me, the lands I was to travel in, the death I was to die. Last night there were 4 Marys, tonight there'll be but 3. There was Mary Seaton and Mary Beaton, Mary Carmichael and me. Oh, my name is Peter Amberley, I'll have you understand. I was born on Prince Edward Island, all along the ocean grand. In 1880, when the leaves were a brilliant hue, I landed in New Brunswick, my fortune to pursue. I landed in New Brunswick, in the lumbering country, and I went to work in a lumbering crew on the Southwest Miramichi. I went to work in a lumbering crew for to bring the tall trees down, while loading 2 sleds in a yard, I got my fatal wound. Farewell unto my father and to my mother dear. Farewell to Prince Edward Island girls that I used to hold so near. So little did my mother know, when she sang her lullaby, how many places I would go, or just how I would die. Now there is just one other thing that in this world I crave, that some holy father would come and bless my grave, and near the city of Boys Town, where my moldering bones should lay, until my Savior calls for me on that great judgment day. My name is Peter Amberley, I'll have you understand. I was born on Prince Edward Island, all along the ocean grand. In 1880, when the leaves were a brilliant hue, I left my native island, my fortune to pursue. All the nice folk of Avonlea were quite horrified when the Cuthberts, a spinster and her brother, had decided to send for a boy boy from a mainland orphanage to work around the farm and earn some sugar for his court. Rachel Lynn said to Marilla, girl, you must be off your mind. The torch Green Gables and he'll spike your water with strychnine. But the truth was even more shocking when Matthew found a girlie at the station in Bright River, name of Anne with Annie Shirley. Now Marilla insisted this isn't what we ordered, but Matthew was so captivated he implored her till she said Anne could stay on a sort of trial basis. And the child's zany antics put the Cuthberts through their paces, like mouthing off to Mrs. Lynn, you're mean and ugly too. Then I shouldn't have said such wicked things, although they may be true. She never said a prayer before, she was a perfect pagan, and she wished she had a fancy name, Cordelia or Megan. Now when Anne met Diana Barry on the moment's spur, they swore to be bosom friends while sun and moon endure. So they wrote gothic drivel and ice cream she tasted. She had Diana round for tea and got her good and wasted. The cradle-rotting teacher and that horrid Josie Pye, she met at school and then was nicknamed Carrots by Goliath. She told him just what he could do with carrots aforesaid. Then she took her little writing slate and wailed upon his head. So Anne dyed her hair green and put liniment in the cake, and while being the lily maid got shipwrecked in the lake. Matthew then put his oar in to spike Marilla's peas. He bought 20 pounds of sugar and the puffiest of puff sleeves. Away to school in Charlottetown, she was her class's best. Then home to Avonlea, and Matthew clutching at his chest. She tore down the for sale sign, she'd stay and not forget that tomorrow is a new day with the screw-ups in it yet. Gypsies that come to my door. Downstairs ran this lady, oh. One sang high and the other sang low, and the other sang Bonnie, Bonnie Biscay, oh. Well, she put off her silk finished gown, put on hose of leather, oh. The ragged rags about her door, and she's off with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. It was late last night when my lord came home, inquiring for his lady, oh. The servant said on every hand, she is off with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. Oh, saddle me my milk-white steed, go and fetch my pony, oh, that I may ride to seek my bride, who is off with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. Well, he rode high and he rode low, he rode through woods and copses too. At last he came to a cold open field, and there espied his lady, oh. What makes you leave your house and land? What makes you leave your money, oh? What makes you leave your new wedded lord to follow the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh? Oh, what care I for my house and land? What care I for my money, oh? What care I for my new wedded lord? I'm off with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. Last night you slept in a goose feather bed, with sheet turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight you'll sleep in a cold open field, along with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. Oh, what care I for my goose feather bed, with sheet turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight I'll sleep in a cold open field, along with the raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. Thanks. Now my vision of that. The tune is on. is called Planks Defending Power. Known yet, but I think he will be someday. It's about the life of his great-grandfather. The land was rich in beauty, in magic and in song, but it was hard to raise a family working someone else's farm. So I kissed my mom and sisters, and Daddy gave us fare. With me brothers Sean and Michael, we left them standing there so long ago. We worked a time in England and we sent a bit back home, but Michael took to drinking and in 2 years he was gone. I moved on to Boston when Sean joined the Fusiliers, and I haven't seen the others for 5 and 30 years to the day. Look ahead, Tommy, this Boston life is kind. You can build a better world than the one I left behind. Look ahead now, Tommy, and don't forget your name. It's a tribute to the land from which we came. In Galway and Kilkenny, where our friends and cousins many, since 1920, have been war-torn by the day. In a land that's rife with troubles, we often share their struggles in our hearts and in our prayers. Your grandmother and me every day. Look ahead, Tommy, this Boston life is kind. You can build a better world than the one I left behind. Look ahead now, Tommy, and don't forget your name. It's a tribute to the land from which we came. In Galway and Kilkenny, when the fighting dies away and peace returns to Ireland, so many miles away, count your blessings in the new world. Tell your children of their start. Oh, and take me back to Ireland, if it's only in your heart one day. Look ahead, Tommy, this Boston life is kind. You can build a better world than the one we left behind. Look ahead now, Tommy, and don't forget your name. It's a tribute to the land from which we came. A tribute to the land from which we came. mother never knew. But Johnny, he's a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Oh, Jimmy be fair and Jimmy be kind, he wants me for to wed. And I'd a married Jimmy, but me father up and said, I'm sad to tell you, daughter, what your mother never knew. But Jimmy too is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Oh, Billy be fair and Billy be kind, he wants me for to wed. And I'd a married Billy, but my father up and said, I'm sad to tell you, daughter, what your mother never knew. That Billy too is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Well, you never saw a girl so sad or sorry as I was. The boys in town are all my kin, and my father is the cause. If life should thus continue, I shall die a single miss. So I go to my mother and complain to her of this. Oh, daughter dearie, don't you know, forgive and then forget. Your father may have sown his oats, but still you needn't fret. Your father may be sire to all the boys in town, but still, he's not the one that sired you, so marry who you will. Appropriate choice for here today. This is called the Scarborough Settler's Lament, and it was written by a Scotsman who had moved to the Toronto area, and it was written in the 1860s. Black Creek, of course, is a 1860s model village. So basically he's writing about how much he hates it here, but other than that, it's an appropriate story. Away with Canada's muddy creeks and Canada's fields of pine. Your land of wheat is a goodly land, but oh, it is not mine. The heathy hills, the grassy dales, the daisy-spangled lea, the purling burns and craggy glens, all Scotia's glens give me. Oh, I would like to see again the lark on Tunny's hill, and see the wee bit goanny that blooms beside the rill, like banished Swiss who views afar his Alps with longing ee. I gaze upon the morning star that shines on my country. No more I'll wind by Eskdale Pen or Pentland's craggy cone. The days can ne'er come back again of 30 years that's gone. But like a dream, time flies away and fancy cross the sea. Yestereen amid a pleasant dream, I saw the old country. Each well-known scene that met my view brought childhood's joys to mind. The blackbird sang on Tushy Linn, the song he sang lang syne.